Hi, we are now starting with the next part, which is on database management using SQL. Let's first answer the question, why are we using SQL? Why can't we just use Excel to store our data? Excel can only contain data consisting of nearly 1 million rows, whereas businesses these days are generating data which has billion or even trillion of rows. When we have such huge amount of data, the data is stored in a database. And to communicate with a database, that is, to store data in a database or to retrieve data from a database, we need to learn the language that databases understand. The most popular programming language for database management is SQL, which is why we are going to learn this now. Let me tell you what we will learn in SQL. We will start by discussing the basics of databases and database management. This will help us in having a firm base before we move on to the practical part. Next, we learn how to create a database, create tables in a database, and then add data into a particular table of a database. With this, you will basically understand how a business collects and stores data in a structured format. Then we also learn some fundamental commands of SQL which will enable you to manipulate, that is, change the data you have stored in the database. After this, we learn how to retrieve the raw and processed data from our database. We will look at how to filter and sort the data so that we retrieve only the relevant information, and that too in the order we like. After this, we learn how to group the data and find out the aggregate values such as sum and count. For example, you may want to find out the number of our male and female customers for your business from your database of customers, or what is the total revenue generated by customers who are less than 25 years of age. You will be able to retrieve such processed information after learning about filtering, sorting, and data aggregation. Next, we will cover some advanced concepts. You will first learn how to combine and take out data from multiple tables when we discuss joins. Then we learn about subqueries. Subquery is basically a query inside a query. This is a very powerful tool when we want to do multiple levels of processing on the extracted data. Then we also learn about views and indexes, which are mainly performance enhancement tools for a database. Next, we cover in different sections the different types of SQL functions. So firstly, we will cover string functions, which includes concatenation, changing case, trimming a string, etc. Second comes mathematical functions, where we learn how to generate random numbers, finding ceil, floor, and rounding off of decimal numbers. In datetime functions, we cover how to get the current date, time, and how to find difference between two different dates. In conversion functions, we learn how to convert the data type of the data from string to numerical or datetime and vice versa. At last, we learn some advanced pattern searching techniques as well. You can see that we are going to learn a lot about SQL, but don't be overwhelmed by the amount of things we are going to cover. SQL is simple and it just needs practice. So watch the videos, write the queries with me, and you will be able to write queries yourself by the end of this module on SQL. See you in the next video.